The new milestones for the Ace of Raids event are in, and for some alliances they're better, for some not as good. How is it going to affect you? In this video we are breaking down all the numbers to see if you could get that coveted glimmer bracelet. So if you're ready for that, Valley Club, you know what to do. Find that like button and let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
Hello Valley Club, welcome back to the channel. I am ValleyFlyin and I hope you're having a great day. In this video we're breaking down all the numbers for the new week 2 Ace of Raids milestone. For some alliances they are better, for some it is worse now that the alliance scoring takes into the entire alliance, not just individual nodes. But before we get to all these numbers to see if these are better or worse for you, I'm to mention the sponsor of this video, Bloodline Heroes of Lethas. New legends will be born, and you get to decide the entire legacy of your clan in the brand new free-to-play fantasy RPG game, Bloodline Heroes of Lethas. And if you want to download it now, use my link in the description. In Bloodline Heroes of Lethas, not only can you collect new champions, build your kingdom, and battle your enemies in some epic strategic battles, you also get to choose the path of your entire house with your heirs. That's right, you get to pass on your best powers to your heirs, and to do that, you're gonna need to find the right companion. And as you level yourself up, the more companions you can unlock for free, and the higher your companion's intimacy level, the more powerful your offspring. And if you wanna create an even stronger heir, marry a champion instead of a companion. You can take the best skills of each bloodline and merge them to create a half-blood heir. There's so much depth to Bloodline Heroes of Lethas, and if you want to get started creating your own house, download it today with my special link in the description. And if you use the code that you see on screen, you'll get the hookup with a ton of valuable resources so you can start strong. So what are you waiting for? Click on the link now, and you won't be disappointed. So yes guys, check out Bloodline Heroes of Lethas using the link down below if it looks interesting for you. I'm gonna check it out with that new heir system just released today. But without further ado, let's go take a look at these Gambit Raid milestones. So week 1, this is where they ended, 10,000 points. Our alliance was doing difficulty 600% most of the time. Sometimes we dropped down to 5 just to make it up when we missed one, but we ended up getting the Glimmer Bracelet, but did not get all of the milestones because of the limitations. Now, for alliances doing level 6 at 100%, should be able to get all of the milestones. Instead of 10,000 points, now you're having 240,000 points, but of course, all the nodes, they don't matter as much because there's not as much infighting, which is a good thing, but that screwed up some alliances where some people were carrying the nodes, some people with maybe 22 members in alliance instead of 24 were able to push and make sure that everything got 100%ed. Not so much anymore because it's based on your entire alliance. So to get that Glimmer Bracelet, you're gonna need to get 191,000 total points for that. That is between you and your entire alliance. And as we remember from yesterday, the Gambit card, since it's the same currency, keep in mind the bracelets should be easy for people in a decent alliance. And if you are in a 24-member alliance, everybody is active, and you guys can do at least difficulty 5 at 100%. You should get that Glimmer Bracelet. But yeah, unless your alliance sucks, you're not gonna get all this stuff. So, all right, and here we are on Reddit taking a look at the numbers, and big shout out to Kamadan for posting this. And these numbers on Reddit here, they're based on a single clear, or this first column here is based on single clears. So a full 100% clear through difficulty 5, 26,000 points, difficulty 6, 29,000 points. Again, 191,000 is the number we're shooting for. So if you multiply this by 7, assuming that you could do 7 raids during this 8-day total event. And I say, and this is 7 because unless you're already had a raid launched, you're probably not gonna do 8. Or unless you're really pushing and are able to get 100% very quick and get those keys that you need, it's probably not gonna be possible to do a lot more than 7 of these runs. Maybe 8 if you're really pushing, but outside of that, probably not. And the magic number here is 191,000. And as you can see, difficulty 6, 100% is capable of getting 191,000. Everything else does not look like it's capable of getting all this unless you are saving some of these tokens here, some of these disco balls, or some of your Gambit Raid, your Ace of Raids cards for this. And you know, we would be able to top this off. So the thing here is difficulty 6, 100% will get to the to the Glimmer Bracelet, but not all the way to all of the milestones. If you want all of the milestones, well, you're gonna need to go to difficulty 8 100%, and I don't know if there's any alliances that are capable of doing that, or at least with the first set of characters. Maybe with these new characters that were introduced, maybe you can. And yeah, so everyone that was hoarding your rewards, your Ace of Raid rewards, unless your entire alliance is doing it, still gonna be very, very challenging to get this. So what difference did this make? I guess the big difference in all these clears making this an alliance-wide thing is that there's no infighting between individual nodes, but for everyone else, kind of sucks. It kind of reduces the chance that you get all this. Now, where it becomes complicated is for those alliances that have less than 24 members participating. There were some people that, or some alliances that had less than the amount of players. They still were able to complete these because there were certain members that were able to push a little bit more. But with the way the reward structure is now, unless everybody's claiming all their cards, all their raid rewards in that, and doing all these milestones, then no longer possible. So this makes it even more tied to your alliance and less of an individual event. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? For some, it's gonna be good. For some, it's gonna be worse. And I think judging by the posts on Reddit, by the salt that's on Reddit, I think for a lot of people, this is worse and still very limiting. You still have to do 7 of these at difficulty 6 100% of the time if you wanna get to difficulty 6. And I haven't went back and looked at these numbers, but I'm assuming that these are all correct. The sweet spot is milestone 18. 191 points, and that is 100% difficulty 6. Same thing for the last milestone, but yeah, it's very, very challenging, except in difficulty 6 or difficulty 8 on 60%, no longer able to complete the milestone. So not all of them there. Now we talked about if your alliance is down. This is an example here. If you're this is an example of an alliance that was completing 100%, maybe down 2 members. What is that gonna do for all of these numbers? Claiming all these rewards and completing all these nodes. Well, difficulty 6, still barely able to get that Glimmer Bracelet here with 192,000 points. But what is gonna happen? What is gonna happen if you wanna get 60% of the milestones and aren't able to 100% it? Maybe because you're down a few members. Well, it looks, at least from the calculations that he did on here, 85% is what you're gonna need on difficulty 8 and 69% on difficulty 9 if you wanna get those milestones, just the milestone 18. And I'll just read this. To sum it up, the numbers were fixed so that a lot of people who were previously gonna be able to get milestone 18 no longer able to get it. Yeah, so everyone that was hoarding, this new system kind of screws you unless your entire alliance was hoarding in anticipation for this. So for some people, this made this better. For a lot of people, it made it worse. And if we go back and look at the post from the other day, now an alliance scoring event, well, that was the first change to make it better. What this did was it improved the node fighting, but for a lot of alliances, this is a big, big FU there. All right, extending the event by a day, that is good, but they didn't really adjust the points too much. And it's still 60% or level 6, 100% to get just the Glimmer Bracelet, not 100% of the milestones. So even by extending a day with the way the points were adjusted, didn't really make a difference. So this is kind of screwy. And then the last, they got a few more characters. The only one that I really noticed was Longshot. I know some of these other characters help you, but yeah, that is not really doing much. And they're sending out kinetic health packs, kinetic energy refills, but that has no cards, that has no progress towards the milestones. If you're like me, you're topping off your energy every single day. And the health packs kind of figured out the raids already at difficulty 6. So that is the event. Still kind of trashy, still kind of scummy. But like I said, sponsor of this video is Bloodline Heroes of Lithos. And if you want to check out a new game, use that link down below. I will see you guys next time, though. We'll be back later today with a weekly news update with Brother Dorky Dad. So if you're ready for that, you know what to do, guys. I will see you guys next time. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out.